Sand King Gómez. So I want to see them maximize this, you know? Just show us what you can do with your Nyx Darks here. Show us how much you can get out there and just launch off of that. Try to connect a little bit more with Lund on the Void Spirit. Again, you've got some pretty good heroes. It's just the offlane picks, man. It's just a little bit different.
Not a big fan, but let's see what happens. You know, never know. Ducho could absolutely pop off this game for all we know. You do also have the normal punch you can pick up. That's quite nice against the Medusa. Just the control you can provide with that, very, very annoying. I'll say, yeah, just try to reserve some judgment here against Ducho. See how he does do with the Darkseer for now. It seems like we are not going to have an early team fight either. Like, pings are coming out, but it is from SKG basically just pinging themselves and placing some sprays down. Doesn't seem like they're too interested in trying to force a fight. And neither are DogChamp by the looks of it. They're just going to secure both bottom runes.
The battle begins.
So to be a 2-for-2 trade, very even kind of start. And naturally, we are going to start off with the mid lane again, as we always do. And you're going to have Lund on the Void Spirit this time around, and Red 2 will take his signature Pango. What are you thinking about this matchup, John?
It's a little bit more even. I don't think either side really pulls ahead. I do feel like I've seen Pangolier kind of work this lane maybe a bit better, depending on how well the Void Spirit lands the Aether Remnants. You can stand back, you can melt the Resonant Pulse shield fairly consistently with a Swash. You get consistent durability with a Shield Crash, so it shouldn't be too bad for Red 2. But if Lund can constantly spam out these Remnants and get a couple of free right clicks in, then you feel pretty alright in the Void Spirit as well. And you're not under too much threat. You just play with Resonant Pulse and you're fine.
What about these side lanes? Like the top lane, Leonidas on the Magnus with Yambura on the +5 Pugna against Moose on the +4 Techies and Speed on the off lane Beastmaster. How do you feel about this lane? Like, this is a Speed favorite as well, the old Beastmaster against the Mag Pugna. What are you thinking about this one?
Not sure how much you can really get out with a Magnus Pugna. It doesn't feel like a natural lane that sets up for some big skewer backs. Leonidas can just go for a more farmy time, you know, maybe emphasize the Empower, then not under pressure to make too many plays. It does feel like a really manageable lane for Speed and Moose. Techies, Beastmaster it's always a strong lane when you've got the Techies for the most part. I think the last game was probably one of its worst showings, but with a Beastmaster, you've got a lot of magical damage coming out. You've got the Axis already ready from Speed. Just spam them out into Leonidas. You can make that easier with a Sticky Bomb as well. There's nothing to stop you from the blast off here. You don't have anything like, say, the Kotl with a Blinding Light to push Moose away, so you're always happy. You're always going to find some angle in, although it is a bit of a risk with a skewer back. But as long as you stack the damage, it shouldn't be an issue. I think this is a rather back and forth lane, but Speed should still generally have a better time here.
And of course, there's the bottom lane as well. Bloody Nine and DNM going to be up against Nine and Ducho. And well, surprise, surprise, things are going very badly already. Ducho burning through all his regen. Has found one CS so far. Nine's the one actually moving up to the creep wave to try and secure some farm here for them. It's I didn't even realize they had that voice line for DogChamp. There you go. Very, very nice to see. Nevertheless, I don't want to interrupt when they use that voice line. This bottom lane not going too well for SKG so far.
Yeah, it's, again, somewhat to be expected. The first few levels for Darkseer just doesn't feel good. Level 2 Iron Shots, when you start to feel a little bit better, that's your level 3 timing. By that point, you've bled a lot of the lane control out to the Dusa. DNM's not going to mind this lane matchup at all. Not going to be under threat. I mean, you have some solutions for the Dusa by the time you get your level 6s up, but in lane, it's not really there. DNM's just going to be able to farm. Bloody Nine's there to spam out the Arcane Curse, make it hard to try to trade back. And if that snake bounces nicely, you always have some good damage to dish out onto the double melee lane as well for DNM. So I'm more than happy here for the side of DogChamp. Like, DNM's probably just going to go for your classic carry Medusa build rather than anything interesting with a Phylactery, which is fine. Pretty standard build up for the hero. Manta, maybe the Scotty up, just some stats to go. You could maybe opt for an early stat item, but most deuces don't feel like it's necessary, so should just be a steady ride up. I am wondering how much DogChamp emphasizes, like, say, stacks. That is one thing that I would like to see in their triangle. It's going to be mainly down to moves. So whether or not he has the room to kind of go in, stack up is going to really help DNM accelerate. And that just makes the game even scarier. You know, like, yes, you can kind of do the same thing on the Magnus. He can clear out these stacks well. He plays pretty nicely with a lot of... he plays pretty nicely with a lot of stats as a universal hero. Moose has been constantly calling Dutra Duchaks.
Yes, I've noticed. Very interesting indeed. Not 100% sure what the meme is between the two, but it seemed like they were quite friendly about it earlier. So, you know, no bad blood here between these two. Personally, I think Moose is too nice of a guy to have to trash talk anyone anyway. So it's hey, look at those iron branches, Jonathan. Everyone's got a bunch of iron branches going on.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Why not? Stat efficiency. It's cheap. It does everything it needs to. You can plant a tree. Planting trees is always good. Very environmentally friendly. I don't know why the tree dies so fast, but you know, what can you do?
There's a lot of toxicity on the Dota map, Jonathan. You know,
True.
Trees can't survive in this landscape.
The latent toxicity.
Yes, that's very good, John. Very, very good.
Yes, thank you, Mike. I try my best.
I know
I try my
you do,
best.
Oh, well, we have a Discord issue here between these two teams, apparently. Or at the very least for SKG, they seem to be having a Discord issue asking for an admin as Red 2 is getting tipped for some apparent reason now. Not 100% sure why. And speaking of the mid lane, at the very least, Lon's having a very good time on the Void Spirit, but that's kind of unsurprising. Like, this Void Spirit just... It feels like no matter what matchup it's in, it just ends up somehow finding a way to win. Mostly coming back to the fact that it just right-clicks so damn hard. But
yeah,
we'll see if Red 2 can keep up.
It's kind of ridiculous what you can do. I mean, you shouldn't be shut out as the Pango, although this kind of start already feels pretty awful. Going 3-0 up against a 6-3 hero. So you're kind of set up pretty nicely here for Lund. We do have to go ahead, get back into that game. And yeah, I mean, the last thing we were looking at is that bot lane. Dude, was not doing good, man. He could die.
No, he's all right.
Yeah.
This is very unsurprising. Like, this is really unsurprising how this lane's going right now. You know, it's... I don't know. I think 9 has to start pulling the wave. It's, Bloody 9 obviously can cut him off, but I don't know if you can really rely on this large camp, as he's going to get copped the last word now. He will be okay to back off, but this lane is not going to get any easier.
No. It's just going to be tough until you hit level 3 on Dutra. And he's just trying to soak that EXP. At least he has solo EXP to soak. It's level 2. It could go for the Surge, could go for the Vacuum, but neither one really stops DNM. So far, you're feeling pretty good out of these lanes for DogChamp, except maybe mid, where Lund is, again, getting a little bit more to be expected on the Void Spirit. But you're pretty happy in the side lanes. Maybe you're not looking for that aggression up top. You know, Moose isn't really able to pressure with a blast off. At the same time, just a right-click creates with Yanbura, Techies wins. You have superior range. What's the range in Pugna's right clicks? Not too bad, 630. It's nowhere, you know, it's not as impressive as 700 with 60 damage. It's just a little bit harder for Yanbura to feel good about trading with the techies here.
Well, Speed's actually going for a bit of a chase. At level 2, by the way. There's not really much he can do, but we'll pick up the Lotus instead. Kind of forget that it's only 3 minutes into the game, considering how long the game's been paused already. Leonidas. It's another sticky bomb. It's the thing, like, apart from the mid lane, both side lanes are going very well in terms of the in favor of DogChamp. And even mid lane, like, while it is a bit of a one-sided affair for the Void Spirit, at the end, it's still... Red 2 is still finding farm and XP. And it's a Pango, like... Well, the item build these days is what? Diffusal Blade? You know? It's not exactly a very expensive kind of hero to play. And as long as you hit that level 6 timing, you are going to have the impact. As bottom lane, 9... He's not having the greatest impact right now on the Nexus Sass.
Last words.
Again, like, they had to get something that works with Darkseer. Nyx was the only thing left. Maybe a clockwork.
I don't think they did. I really don't think they did.
Yeah, but
I think
okay,
they could have
so-
gone a range support.
Okay, so let's say you get something that you don't need to play with the Darkseers. We'll see how 9 dies unceremoniously there. What does the Dark... I mean, to be fair, I guess nothing changes with Darkseer, right? Like, you're always going to just cop a crappy lane.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure. I don't know. I get the viewpoint that you have. At the same time, it's like, you just accept that you have a lost
but
lane.
Darkseer.
I don't think that's the way you should be drafting then. I mean, for sure, it's not the way you should be drafting. At the least, when you go with a lane combination with Darkseer, it's showing that, all right, maybe we can do something on the off chance here, but obviously not quite panning out that way for SKG.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Because they chose Darkseer into Medusa. That's I think the idea was the whole illusions against Dusa thing, but maybe it pays off later, John. We'll see. It just the lane looks so bad as it stands right now.
His middle tower is under attack.
Yeah,
It just yeah. Go on.
Dyer's courier
DNM's 31-13. You know, it's like that's a crap ton of denies. That's a lot of CS. Level 4 already at 5 minutes in. And Ducho's just constantly low HP. At least he has his Ring of Health. So you can regen back up and just use Iron Shell.
That's true. That's true. Like maybe later on when the illusions start coming out, you'll start to see a big kind of impact here. So they are going to jump in on DNM. Yambura, he has rotated. DNM going to pop the stick charges, but is basically out of mana and is. Oh my
Ooh.
god!
What?
There's no way. There's no way. Oh, there's no way.
That is just not fair.
I feel so bad. I'm laughing because I feel bad for them. Like it's.
That is not fair. That's just not fair. You know, it's one of those things that if you were on SKG, all you could probably do is just laugh. Because
Yeah.
why? How does he survive?
Oh,
Like, we got a
no,
quick
it's just-
replay on the Nyx stat. We could take a quick replay and DNM not dying. I'm pretty sure it felt like he should have died, but I guess life is just not fair, Mike.
No, it didn't. It felt very unfair from what I saw, John. Is they're going to try again. The 9 is going to die. Ducho, I would not recommend getting aggressive right now, sir, as he is also going to die. Well, I think they might be a little bit tilted. I'm not going to lie here, John. That looked like a very tilted attempt at doing nothing. As we are going to see a replay.
Yeah, here. I believe there was some tread switching going on as well from DNM. Props to him. Onto strength, then goes into strength. Okay. Just
Meanwhile,
like
Leonidas does die to Miz. The thing was as well that Bassi actually saved his life, I think.
Yeah.
It gave him barely enough mana to reduce the damage enough that he would survive, which is kind of funny. They might find Bloody 9.
Silence is broken.
They do find Bloody 9. Good news here for 9. He's the only 9 in the game now.
Our 9 duels have been going on across these games pretty nicely. 6-1, that's the first skill coming out from SKG. So, you know, you take what you can get, some EXP for your Nyx as well, which is really necessary here. And, you know, you're starting to apply some pressure onto DNM with that Mind Flare up, at the least. So there's some presence coming through. Red 2 still kind of low on the mid, but should get his bottle top up coming from Bloody 9. We'll find that
Lund?
Lund?
Oh, that's a lot of damage on Lund. My goodness, he's just dead.
Go!
Yeah. 9,
Oh, yeah.
not to be outdone, will also donate his life to Red
no.
2. Yeah. Tips out from Red 2. He's very happy about that one. It's 8-1, 4K advantage. John, every single lane is now in favor of DogChamp. And it really does look like SKG are falling a little bit apart here. Like, mentally speaking, they are not coordinating very well at the moment.
No, certainly not. I mean, we talked about this draft needing a lot of coordination, Mike. I mean, down the line, if you're not able to execute in lane, then how are you expecting to execute on your vac wall RP, skewer back combos? Like, well, and you have to toss in that good lined up impale as well. Like, everything has to be very well timed. So It's a tough game for sure from SKG. We've seen them bounce back from situations like this before. Lund.
Red. Yeah, he's going to go back after Lund here with the Rolling Thunder. He gets stuck at the perfect moment, but Lund is going to dissimulate and back his way out. They do rotate 9 in, but he could not stay within range of the Rolling Thunder to be able to get the damage off he needed. So Lund going to be able to walk away, unsuccessful in killing Red 2, but Red 2 will be unsuccessful in killing the Void Spirit as well. I suppose either mid should be just happy with being able to get away from that situation. See if it leads to anything else though, because Red 2 is still in mid. And there are 3 heroes from SKG hanging around this area. As to what they're doing and what they're going to get out of this though, I'm not sure. Maybe just allowing Leonidas the space in the jungle for now.
Just try to get some farm up for Leonidas. He is still just going for the Echo Saber, typical harpoon buildup. Nothing like, say, the Mask of Madness disassembly that we see from Tomato. So nothing too crazy coming out there. Inside of DogChamp, they've got some massive stacks being formed up here. Bloody Nine's been on this job. That's going to be a good amount of farm for Speed to find, as he is rushing into the Ags, which I do enjoy. I think in this game it's justifiable to rush the Ags. So again, having that impact when the back wall comes in, Leonidas is playing on the edge a little bit.
Look at these stacks for Speed though, Joe.
Yeah, massive.
Mid lane, they are going to lose Bloody Nine. Red 2 still trying to fight. He's actually going to jump in. He has Rolling Thunder in 2 seconds. Yambura, at the very least, should die, and will do. Red, looks like he's had enough of this. He's going to walk away. Speed, in the meantime, is taking 1 billion stacks. He's been taking them for quite a while now. Let me tell you, there was a lot more creeps than that. So that axe timing you talked about, he's going to have it pretty quick.
And Bloody Nines done a great job of just constantly stacking. I figured they'd save the Ancients for the Dusa, but you know what? Give it the Speed. Just rush that
Screw
axe.
the Dusa.
Yeah, who needs it? I mean, DNM chose to play one of the most broken heroes, so let him just be broken by himself. No need to accelerate him.
The Speed wants to be broken too. Yambura, he's broken right now. Not in the good way though. Lund, unable to help him out on the Void Spirit. As DogChamp, they will continue their domination here in game number 2.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Siege creep is up, so they'll start forcing in the tier 1 tower. They'll get the glyph out. Red just going right after Lund here on the Void Spirit. Though maybe he's gone a little bit too far, but Global Silence will be forced out to ensure that Red 2 can keep going with the Rolling Thunder. He'll try and turn back around on the Void Spirit. But Lund, I mean, the curse is ticking him out, but he should be okay to survive. As now Leonidas, looking for an RP attempt, is unable to get it, but a nice skewer. Mid blast off is going to catch Moose and ensure the damage and stun never comes out. Leonidas, I mean, he was a split hair away from dying there. But he will survive. Their mid-tier 1 tower will not, however. The mid-tier 1 is gone.
They're staying for these stacks. They've got the damage here with a smoke on DogChamp. They could punish.
Here comes Ducho. Wall is available. He'll drop it to kind of block the way here of the supports. And a nice little impale out from 9. It's going to ensure they can secure both Bloody Nine and Moose. So a nice rotation from Ducho. They were trying to get a bit greedy here with the stacks, maybe just trying to soak some XP, snipe some creeps, but DogChamp end up giving 2 kills away for nothing.
It's a pretty big set of kills. Again, SKG, you take what you can get. You secure your camp anyway. And we did see Leonidas. Again, he did actually go back for the Mask of Madness, or going for the disassembly play, which it's been pretty effective when we have seen that come out. And despite those kills for SKG, though, I mean, you're still in a strong position for DogChamp. Like, you're forcing SKG to, again, play a little bit more defensively, having to hold certain areas. You've left DNM alone to free farm. Like, this entire bot area of the map's just free.
He avoided the impale. Ooh. Red's alive. Red's still going. Red is... Oh, he's going to make it out. Red is fine. Lund's the one in trouble now. He'll dissimulate. He'll turn back around on moves. Look for at least a Techie's kill. And he will get it. So they get something. They miss out on Red, but they'll get something.
They get something for their trouble. And again, every single kill for SKG feels big. Even this one on 9 if they find it.
If they find it. Bloody 9. Gonna be just fine. Now the next assassin The other 9 is running. He's going to be okay. Meanwhile, Speed's got the Ags up now, looking to go after Ducho. Won't be able to get him. But the drums are starting, John. The drums of war, that is. They've begun.
Yeah. Those good old drums of Slom are in play. And I don't know, it just feels awkward now. Even if you get a big back wall that just works in Speed's favor, it might not work in his team's favor, but the Beastmaster always enjoys this stuff. Smoke on,
You know,
smoke
it'd be
now.
nice. Imagine if it was every damage interval you proc the drums, instead of just any physical attack. Like, imagine Iron Shot just kept procking drums. How great would that
God.
be?
I'd love that.
It'd be amazing. 9 would get caught, so 9's down. It is so good. Like, if you were just iron shelling next to the Beastmaster and he just kept healing, it'd be amazing.
Yeah. That would be the way to go. Like, just becomes a heavy metal song at some point. You remove the minimum interval.
It'd be amazing.
Imagine if against an alchemist. To be fair, it's from Beastmaster's attacks. Like, he has to attack to get the stacks, but if it
Oh, he
worked
does
when he's
that.
attacked as well, that'd be pretty fun. I'd like
Well,
that.
thank
Just
you for
heavy
the
metal.
correction, John. As you can tell, I don't build Ags of Slom, so drums of Slom, so I wouldn't know.
Everything of
Slom.
Slom. Who is Slom anyway? What is Slom? Where is Slom?
It's misspelled. I'm pretty sure it's meant to be slum. So drums of slum is what it's meant to be called because of how bad it is. But I mean, I guess it's not bad right now. To be fair, I can keep memeing about it, but just
Wow.
look at it, John. Plus
You're a
2's
hater.
everywhere.
You're
Look
a
at it.
hater. You're a hater. What's wrong with you, man?
Well, you know what, John? If they could just add a cosmetic that adds like better drum sounds, I'd be happy, right? I mean, next battle pass is coming soon, surely. We should add a proper drums of Slon cosmetic with a new song. Then I'll be happy.
All right. You know what? I'll take that. I'd like some custom drum kits for Beastmaster. Maybe he gets an immortal that's a drum kit on his backpack or something.
Amazing.
That would be it. That's all we need.
I like it. I like it.
Will you finally accept the Ags when that comes, Mike?
Yeah, I'll build the Ags non-stop, Jonathan. If it comes. If it happens.
Reminds me of when we got that Doom Immortal with a guitar. And when I picked it up, I
yes.
would just constantly pick Doom just to taunt. Literally just to taunt.
Fine. Bottom lane is just gonna drop. And when does this game get better for SKG, I wonder? It's mid lane. Global Silence pop to allow Red 2 out of there. Harpoon is up for Leonidas, so he wanted to try and get involved as the Magnus, but couldn't quite do so.
When does it get better for SKG? I mean, this threat of skewer back with Harpoon is pretty big. If they can connect. It's just down to execution now. Doesn't feel like the game really simplifies for SKG. More that they get more opportunities, but they're not very simple opportunities either. So they just have to play well. You know, it's down to that. They've just got to execute with these timings.
Top lane, Ducho, not having the best game of his life, is going to get slowed up here by Red 2 with the Diffusal Blade, and he's got no mana for the Surge. He needs his Guardian, he needs his Arcane Boots in 5 seconds. It's not going to be enough. And that's how badly this game is going. Like, he's got Vanguard Arcane Boots with a Magic Wand and an Iron Branch. Like, that's the Darkseer farm. It's Darkseer, John. Not a great hero right now. Even though the win rate in pubs is huge, but in a pro game against the Deucer lane, it's not good.
Yeah. Again, maybe just the pro stats not reflecting the pub stats. Wind Ranger, same story.
Dire's
True.
bottom
Very winning in pubs, not quite doing well in the DPC when we do see it picked up outside of stomp games, right? Like in certain games where there's a big disparity, it does shine moves.
Yeah, in trouble. Is going to get disarm off. Is actually going to go down, but the drums are out from Speed as he does get the roar off, and be a nice quick kill for Speed.
radiant are
I am starting to like it slowly but surely, John. As bottom lane They do get 9 down. Leonidas will go for an RP. He's found the Medusa. That's the big target, but DNM's just going to pop the Stone Gaze. I don't know if Leonidas can keep fighting this one out. I mean, the RP was a nice idea, but I don't know where the damage was going to come from against DNM. Like, you're missing both your supports as well. It's not like you had a Vendetta that was going to reduce half his max mana. So it was, I don't know, it was a pretty rough initiation in my eyes.
Yeah, just tough one to pull off. You really need everything. Again, it's just down to how SKG's draft works. It has to coordinate. It has to play as 5. That's where this lineup shines. You've got the blink up now on Leonidas at the least. More options
Speed.
here.
Gonna jump in. Needs the heals from the drops. Nine's gonna go down again. DogChamp, they are kind of stomping this game. Ducho, he does not have Surge off cooldown. Speed does not have Roar at the very least, so he is okay to get out. Is Leonidas gonna go for a nice skewer back, but doesn't have the RP to play with. Has the Harpoon. Red's gonna pop the Rolling Thunder. Now the Roar's out. Speed just doing so much damage as Red 2 comes back in. I mean, SKG, they're rushing for a fight now. They want something done without the Rolling Thunder up, but Bloody Nine's not even gonna drop to Lund. Blast off setup is there from Moose. Ducho gonna try and move in for a wall, but doesn't have vacuum up. So he would literally just be dropping wall. And DogChamp have successfully just disengaged. They aren't sticking around too much. Oh, I say that. DNM. Literally casually gonna walk through them to farm the creep wave. This may cost him his life though. He's lost all his mana. DNM, can he survive? He'll pop the Stone Gaze and he's somehow still alive. Well, where does the mana even come from to pop Stone Gaze like that? Just the magic stick charges.
Yeah, just the stick charges. And was there an arcane? Did he have an arcane? Yeah, the arcanes as well coming out there. Some speed. Lund should be okay. Still has his 2 steps. That was them trying to coordinate, right? Like, that's a vac wall, no RP, but I don't know if that even makes a difference at this point. It's just a hard game. Now, the one place where SKG does shine, high ground defense. That is something they can use. They can stall out in the high ground. They can try to keep farming up. Keep building up in the Magnus as best as you can.
Lund. He's jumped in very aggressively here. Does have a step charge, but the Roar is going to be out in time with the Rolling Thunder to follow up. And now the blast off. Lund is dropping too low. He is gone. 9 is down as well. Red 2 is just catching everyone on the Pango. There's Yambura now. Also going to drop here on the Pugna. They are onto the tier 2 bottom tower. This game is getting further and further away from SKG. It's like, not only are you up against the Medusa, but you just have no farm on your cores.
No. You're really far behind. Again, you're keeping up to an extent on Leonidas, but you're sacrificing Dutra, you're sacrificing Lund. These are the 2 heroes that want to play make a little bit more, and they just don't have angles in. And DogChamp doing really well in this game to just play to their strengths, hit these timings, get aggressive early on. It's around the time where we see DogChamp kind of sit back and farm though. Maybe consider the next Roshan before the high ground, which is fair enough. And that does give some time for Sand King Gómez to move out on the map. Smoke out here on Leonidas and 9. If they get the Vendetta hit with the RP, that should be the Medusa kill that can come out here.
Yeah, it should be. Gonna move in. Yambura immediately caught out here by Red 2. Really has no way out of this situation. May as well just jump in with the blast off and ensure he does get locked down as Ducho also getting caught. We'll be able to run away with the Surge though. Just immediate TP out in the tree line, so he should not get caught.
Radiant are scanning.
But if you are, the side of DogChamp now, you're looking to maybe try to force high ground, maybe you just wait for the next Roshan. Really up to you. There's no rush in this game. Like, you've got the better scaling draft. So you could just sit around and just chill. As they have found Lund. Dissimulate is out, but they have the global silence, so he cannot step away. Speed doing a fantastic job on the Beastmaster this game, 4-0-8. He's just constantly catching out this Void Spirit. Like, Lund is just... I don't think he's reacting quick enough.
Nah. It's a little bit slower going. Trying with a smoke angle again.
And they're going to try into Bloody 9. That's just a +5 you're trying to take down. Bloody 9 RP'd up, is eventually going to fall. Speed is still looking to fight as now they pop the Stone Gaze as well here. It looks like they do have Speed going down, but no.
No.
Speed is fine. Speed, she just survives. What? Ducho?
Oh, yeah. I forget, you never witnessed the Beastmaster shenanigans yourself. That's exactly what happens when you group up to the Beastmaster.
I mean,
Doesn't
I've
die.
seen it, but that was against the PL. I wouldn't expect it like that.
It's still pretty bad. He still survives pretty well. And you commit the wall as well with the illusions, it's just more for Speed to feed off of. Like, this hero with the Axe Rush does a lot. Way too much. You need
Props
something
to
burst.
Speed. Like, he makes it look really broken. Which I guess it
Makes
might
it look
be.
easy.
Yeah.
To be fair, like your gameplay right now for Speed is literally stand still and maybe yell every now and again, roar out. And that's it.
How do
They
you
take a
bang the
Rex.
drums and attack at the same time?
It's magical drums, I guess.
Right.
Or Beastmaster's stomach is just really rumbly.
Was that intentional?
Could be bad bowel movement. That's why it damages people. Theoretically.
SKG, oh, there goes Speed. Jumps right in. Found the Void Spirit again. Lund cannot
Oh,
catch a
man.
break. Global Silence Stop as well. He is set to fall. Red 2, 13-0-6 on the Pangolier. A
Oh.
perfect series so far for Red 2. As Ducho missing out of the vacuum, not going to find anyone. Leonidas forced to skewer away. This game is looking even worse than the first one.
Dire's middle barracks are under
It is. It's a lot cleaner coming out. Ooh, skewer back though.
They do get one. Red 2 might actually experience his first death of the series, and he does. They ruin the perfect score. Happy days for SKG. Question is, can they find anyone else? Because the answer looks like it's probably going to be no, but they do at least for Yambura. He's the one to go down. Now 9 in trouble. Leonidas just running as Ducho gets petrified by the Medusa.
Dire's middle barracks.
At the very least, there is a tier 2 tower protecting the top racks, but it seems like DogChamp are just going straight for tier 4s. Leonidas still trying his best to delay this as much as humanly possible. Buy time for Ducho to be back up. Lund will jump in, but Speed is literally taking no damage.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's
DogChamp?
middle tower has
They call?
GG. They call it. I mean, SKG, they understand they've got no chance in this game. Look at, oh my god. What? You know what, John? I might have to kill a game with Beastmaster after this. I'll buy some drums, Jonathan. You got me. I'll buy the
Yeah.
damn drums.
It's good. Granted,
Yeah.
again, like it does fare better when there's